Sometimes there's just a movie that sticks with you and just hits you in all the right places. For me, it's Henry Hathaway's Shootout. I utterly adore this film. This stars Gregory Peck as the titular character of Clay Lomax. It has Don Lynn, who plays the orphan that may or may not be his daughter in the film. And this was recently put out by Kino Lorber. This is a stunning film. A lot of times people will shy away from things if there's like a child actor, they're not quite sure. If you've ever watched any kajus, then you know the word the Kenny, which can be the annoying child actor that kind of takes away from the film. This is not the case in this film here. Don Lynn is probably, I guess, best known for well, she's the sister of another famous child actor that actually made films into like into his 30s, and that was Leif Garrett. So she is his sister. Now, Donlin was able to play like younger roles for like a long period of time. Now, she is actually young in this film here, but she's stunning. She's stunningly amazing in this film. Um, she's actually only around 4'10". She's like a very short girl, so I'm willing to bet she's probably played a lot of like younger roles throughout like the youthful part of her career until I think she retired after a while. But this has a great cast. Robert E. Lyons is probably one that stands out in this one here. He plays Bobby J. Um, Sort of like at the beginning of the film, he calls himself Bobby G. Jones, but uh, afterwards, I think I'm not sure if it was a mistake or slip of the tongue. He calls himself Bobby J, and he's called Bobby J throughout the rest of the film. It's an excellent little film. Gregory Peck plays a guy that's just gotten out of prison after a bank robbery. His partner in the bank robbery was James Gregory. Yes, the infamous like character actor James Gregory, who's amazing in many things. For a lot of us that grew up in the 70s, is probably most famous for Barney Miller, but he'd done many roles. Trust me, you will know James Gregory when it comes on the screen. Um, so James Gregory's character had shot him in the back and left him there and just took the money. So, needless to say, he's coming out of prison with a literal vengeance. He just wants to get back to town, find out where his ex partner is now, and settle the score. Things become a little bit more complicated when he goes to get the money that was being saved from him for him by his I guess his love interest, his paramour when he was in prison, because the only person he trusts. And when he gets to the train to pick up the money, he finds something else there instead, a little girl. And the little girl was left there with pretty much with a note with his name on it. Is she his daughter? Is it just that this lady that just passed away trusts him to be the one to take care of her daughter? That's really never totally explained. Uh, I'm guessing she's his daughter. Henry Hathaway had made a lot of other films, including True Grit and Five Card Stud, which is one of my favorite all-time westerns. And he made another one of my favorite all-time westerns, which is The Sons of Katie Elder, an incredible film that I recommend you check out. This was a later film in Henry Hathaway's career, and it definitely does not suffer from that. It is an incredibly well done film. Apparently, he wanted Ben Johnson in the Gregory Peck role, but I can't picture anybody but Gregory Peck doing this performance. It is just so good. Uh, he gets basically he ends up taking the girl. He tries to get rid of her at first. He tries to bring her to a school. He tries to bring her to a church to see if they'll take her in. He begrudgingly ends up taking her, and they start to rub off on each other. This is an excellent film, and one of the things that makes this really good, aside from the fact that Gregory Peck and Don Lynn have extreme chemistry, as almost as a kind of a father daughter type chemistry, but enough of like a kind of a give and take and pull that you really are interested in these characters. The villains in this are really good, especially Robert E. Leons. But there's one actress in here that stands out, and I'll tell you right now, every second that she's on the screen, you are glued to her character, and you totally believe uh, and empathize with her character throughout, even like when she goes kind of with the bad guys. And that is character actress Susan Tyrell. Susan Tyrell is in this film here, and she is magnificent in this movie. absolutely adore Susan Tyrrell. I think she's fantastic in everything she's in. This is no exception. She steals every single scene of this movie that she is in. There is a really tense sequence done at a house during a big rainstorm that is very well done, very well directed, and very well shot. Henry Hathaway has this kind of way of layering his shots, and you'll notice it, especially near the beginning of the film when he has Gregory Peck like speaking to the warden before he goes out, and you can see in the background, kind of far off, you can see the kind of like the prison guard that's there. Look for that actor, by the way. I think this was his last role. Um, but it's well done. It's well directed, well shot. Beautiful score on this film too, by the way. I love the epicness of the score. This had me all the way through. There wasn't a second that I was like not interested or that I looked at any media device or anything like that. I was transfigured to the screen the entire time I was watching this film, and it made me realize again like what a love for westerns I have. It kind of reopened my love for westerns. It had been a while since I'd watched some, and this one here like ensured that there's going to be a lot of Western reviews coming on this channel because this is an incredible film. This is Shootout with Gregory Peck, was put up by Kino Lorber Films. This was done in 1971, the year I was born. So yes, I did reach the Big 50 this year. And it runs 95 minutes long. There is an audio commentary on here by film critic Nick Pinkerton. And I can tell you right now, listen to this audio commentary after you watch the film. This is a great commentary. It's extremely engaging. I highly recommend it and definitely recommend you check this out. Shootout by Kino Lorber. Definitely Kino did a fantastic job, and I have to give this one a very strong Call of Cinema approved stamp. I loved this film, and I look forward to seeing more releases like this from Kino Lorber, especially westerns. I would love to get those Western Classics box sets that they got out, and the Audie Murphy one as well, because right now I'm just hankering for some good old West action, and this is incredible. Make sure you check this out.